But it is important, very much important, that on results day, you act fast if the day doesn't go well or it goes more than you expected, because it is a first come, first serve. So, hey guys, how you doing? Ugo here from Tickzonms scheme, where we try to turn our hindsight to your foresight. Now, obviously, tomorrow's results day, you may be watching this on results day or after results day, but we're here to basically inform you of everything you need to know about results day to prepare you and what next steps. This is things you need to know, whether it goes good, bad, or meh, or amazing. All of the above. Now, to start on the good. Now, obviously, results day, as we know it, is the day that you're going to get your results to know whether you got into university. This is regardless of whether it's IB, BTech, or A level, and any other subsidiaries that are credible qualifications for you to get into university. Now, you obviously have your firm choice and your insurance choice, of which, you're hoping to get into your firm choice, I imagine. Now, if your results day goes good, which means that you get the grades that you are looking for, that's simple, easy peasy. You move on to the next steps, which is going to be a video coming out in the weekend for what you need to be able to do after results day, which I'll mention towards the end of this video, but I'm important to get the information out because I'm trying to do this quick, hence I'll just turn on the camera. Now, if you do good or you do more than what you expected, because for some of you, obviously you had 5 choices and you, based on the offers, based on your predicted grades and your offers, you got to 2 to choose from after the order gave you offers. You firmed one and you insured one. Now, if your day goes good and you now want to go, you want to change your course or go to a better university or an alternative university, so to speak, or a different university, you can do what they call adjustment. Now, adjustment is similar to clearing, but the opposite of clearing, basically. Adjustment means that basically you got your grades and you felt like maybe your predicted grades meant that, or maybe your predicted grades meant that the university you wanted to wasn't going to give you an offer, a conditional offer before going to university. And so as such, now you've had to firm and ensure choices that weren't really your firms in the first place. So if your day actually goes better than expected, you can actually call the university that you wanted to go to and say, hey, these are the grades I've got on these XYZ. Will I be allowed to enter the course at this point in time? And you can do that with any university. It doesn't just have to be the ones that you previously applied to. So adjustment just basically means that your results went better than you expected or the same, and you're calling other university to see whether you can get into an alternative course, a better course, even a better course in your uni. So let's say if you were looking for medicine and they offered you biomedical sciences and then you did exceptionally well, then you can ask for medicine as opposed to going the route of doing biomedical sciences, then med school. Similar if you did English literature or any of it, or if you wanted to switch engineering disciplines or you found a new course, and it's never too late for you to change until you actually end up going. So that's adjustment. So basically, if results day goes good, and in terms of you wanting to go to university, that's what you can do. Now, so that's adjustment. Basically, you call the universities. Now, 2, if results day doesn't go good, and it doesn't go the way you want it to, in terms of you don't make it into your firm, obviously you have the option to go into your insurance. And then obviously if you don't want to go to your insurance, or you don't want to go to your firm, or what's it called, you didn't make either your firm or your insurance, then what you will now do is to go through a process called clearing, which basically means that similar to adjustment, you're just calling universities to see what they have availability in, the courses that they have, or what course they have availability in, what universities will take you in with these grades, and it's basically you calling around to basically find out which university you can go to for a certain course, which can still be in the list of the other 3 universities you previously applied to, but it can be, again, any university or polytechnic or any school of higher learning. Now, even if results day goes bad for you, even before going to clearing, it is important that you try and call your university that's providing you your course to double check with them whether, okay, I know I said 3 A's, or I'm going to continue. I'm going to use the conventional A, B, C, D. I know that they've changed it to 1, 2, 3, D, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to continue with the conventional just for easier ways of dispersing this information very quickly to you. Now, even if they said like 3 A stars and you got 2 A stars in the A, so automatically the way the UCAS does, you just didn't make your space. What you can now do is that you can now call the university and say, oh, I see that I just missed this grade. Is there still space for me to enter? Because what happens is that there's with a lot of universities, it's automatically generated, in which these are predicted grades, and then whether they get the grades or didn't get the grades, and then as such they'll just send out their rejections and their acceptance. Now, if a course is 120 spaces and 100 people got on based on predicted grades and whatnot, there's still 20 spaces to go. And basically, all it only goes is first come, first serve. So whoever calls quick enough will be the ones to basically get those extra 20 spaces. So even if you miss your firm, or your insurance by just a little bit, make sure to give them a call to make sure to see whether they can let you in. Now, so that's adjustment, that's clearing, and that's the thing you need to double check immediately. Like, so the process of this is that basically, for lack of a better word, if as a preparation between now, tomorrow, or if afterwards, you can just get a list of university course numbers, and go on their websites, everything. If university, it'll be the university something.ac.uk. And then you basically go on their websites of all the universities you might want to go to, or you might want to change to because they didn't give you an offer, and then basically get all their numbers and have their numbers ready. Now, obviously, results, they may come good or may come bad. However it may be, even if it's going good or not going good, you may not want to go to that university. This is your chance to make the change. It's important for you to reflect on the course that you chose or why you chose the course, so that you make sure that you don't feel like you're making a mistake. Now, listen, even if your results, they went good, bad, you went through adjustment or clearing, and you for some reason feel like, okay, I'm not ready to go to university right now, you can, talking to your university, make the call, see whether they can give you a deferred space for a year. So they may be able to defer your application for a year, and then that means next year you can go to university without any hassle. So because some people don't feel like they're up or ready to go. Now, so yeah, you can displace it. Now, obviously, the alternatives to university still exist. You can go into higher learning. You can go to colleges. You can get a vocational course. You can do an apprenticeship. You can go straight into working. It's not obviously the be or end all, but if you're going to go to university, these are the things that you can do. So before results day, there's adjustment, there's clearing, call your university, double check, and then make sure that you have your affairs in order. Now, obviously, if your grades aren't up to scratch, you can also go through this process, which is not extreme, but it is what it is basically to ask for a remark. And if they ask for a remark, if you feel like if the court, they didn't mark it correctly, then do a remark. And if you're missing it by 1-2 points, now generally speaking, if you go for a remark, they might, if there's an error, they'll fix their mistake, but sometimes they'll just give you 1 or 2 marks. So if it's only a couple marks off, then you may want to do it. Now, obviously, the alternative, obviously, as well, as opposed to going to university, maybe to retake your course or retake the year. That's also an option. Remember, this life is a journey, not a race. So don't feel disappointed in whatever alternative that you do. But it is important, very much important, that on results day, you act fast if the day doesn't go well or it goes more than you expected, because it is a first come, first serve. So as much as you may feel disappointed, don't spend too much time in wallowing over the disappointment of I flopped, or I didn't do this or whatnot. That day is a very stressful day for most people, and I imagine as once it gets to 8 a.m., people start refreshing UCAS in order to see whether they got the place or not. And so it can be a trying time, and there's only so many teachers out there in your schools or in your sixth forms, and it's holidays now, to be there to support you, to help you through clearing, to help you through adjustment. So it's just going to be have to you to get some numbers, list it out. If you're already feeling that your exams didn't go the way you wanted to, you should start getting the numbers of all those universities now, so that tomorrow or today or yesterday you can still do clearing throughout the summer. Like, you have like 2 weeks to get it, to get a place in university if you feel like you want to go to university, or that's the next step, or that's really where you're going to go in terms of moving out or whatever it may be. So yeah, that if you've now gotten your place in university, um, or you've gotten your place in university whether it's clearing, or you've gotten your place in university through adjustment, or you just got it through your original route of getting your firm, congratulations. Ultimately, I wish you guys luck tomorrow, and the next step would be for you to basically go get your student account. So you can take your UCAS letter to go get a student account, and then basically start sorting out your affairs of getting your stuff ready for university. And the most important thing I'll let you know as well, I'm going to make a video again anyway about this, is to go and sort out your accommodation. Again, it works on a first come, first serve basis. University, getting there, it's just about you being quick. And if you're too slow celebrating, you might not end up with an accommodation, or you may end up with an accommodation you ain't trying to be in. So UCAS letter, You want to sign up for your university's accommodation once you've accepted it. You want to carry a UCAS letter, an accepted letter with an ID and one of your parents or guardians to go to the bank to open up a student account, of which we'll be making a video to tell you which ones are the best student accounts. And then obviously to end off with you said accommodation, UCAS letter, account, and then obviously, yeah, you need to notify student loan as to which university course you've actually chosen, so they know who to pay your student loan to. But we'll explain more on that in a different video. So yeah, adjustment clearing, make sure that you make the calls, even if you don't get it, make the call, and double check that whether they'll still let you in with your grades, and you know what your next steps are. And obviously, if you don't go to university this year, or you're going to go take an alternative route, it's not the end of the world. It's a journey, not a race, and you're not less or more than just because of what happened. So your grades don't define you, but they can be a hurdle or a booster into getting you to where you're trying to get to. So that's just the reality of it. So hopefully we've been able to help you guys out today. Just trying to be a quick video to get it out there to you. And I wish you luck. Take care and bless. We're out here trying to turn hindsight into foresight and pass this knowledge on to somebody who may need it. Take care, guys, and bye.